Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Today we have the new release from Traxxas. They have come back out with the Raptor R in an Ultimate Edition. And of course I have to have the gold one out because this body is awesome. It's really neat that Traxxas has gone with this paint scheme. I don't recall them ever having had a gold car before, but this thing looks awesome and I really hope that they come out with more gold related paint schemes on some of their other models. This thing is cool. So talking about the body first, what I think is really interesting is all the graphics back over here are very, very intricate and detailed. We have a guy here. This is Bob Fox. This is the guy who started the Fox Shock company, the whole suspension company. So he's on here, and the paint scheme is the intricacy that they put into this is fantastic. So if you look at the actual graphics here, it looks almost like an old newspaper clipping or maybe like an old advertisement, and the lettering, the words, the scheme is perfect. So if you don't know much about RC car bodies and how they're made, this is printed on a flat piece of Lexan first, and then it is molded. So it's not molded and then painted like you would if you had a clear body. They're printed first, which is why Traxxas and most other brands have window stickers and not clear windows on their production models. Because when you take a flat piece of Lexan and you mold it, you're going to get some distortion. So if you look at any of the bodies you have from any of your Traxxas vehicles, you'll notice the scheme is never quite lined up perfectly. The only exception to this, fun facts, would be the Defender body on the full-size TRX4. Those have clear windows because those bodies are actually painted. So somebody masks the windows and paints them and then puts them in the box. And that's the only one that's going to differ from any of the fancy graphic bodies. So this is really cool and it looks really, really sharp. Also with this, because it is an Ultimate Edition, it comes with a bunch of aluminum, and the gold one comes with gray anodized aluminum, where the other orange and black schemes come with orange aluminum. So it's kind of neat that they did a slight variation for this. It's not a special edition per se, or it's not advertised as such, but this one is definitely different from the other Ultimate Editions. So really, really cool body. Looks fantastic. It's the same mold as the original Raptor R, just with new graphics on it. So your head and taillight kits and whatnot that were available for the original one will work on this. The only thing that's a little funky is that the taillights on here are molded buckets, and the actual taillights will be on the bumper, not in the taillight buckets. So I'm surprised with the new model they haven't updated that, at least not yet. Never know what comes out in the future, but the original light kit will fit on this, and you'll just have your taillights in the bumper. But aesthetically, this thing looks really, really, really good. I'm very impressed. When I pulled this out of the box, I had my own little kind of wow factor going. So that's pretty much everything about the Fox body here. Let's pop this off and talk about all the new Ultimate parts that they put on this. So the Raptor body on this is, I guess mentioned, the same as the original one. So it is clipless. It has the same little pull tab for clips like a lot of the other models do, and it'll come right off. So I really do like the new clipless style on these cars. It does make removing the body much easier, and it does hold up. I've never had a Traxxas clipless body like pop off while I'm running it. I'm sure folks have figured out how to crash hard enough to do that, but in most instances the clipless on these is pretty fantastic. And this is the chassis itself now. So compared to the original Raptor, I'm not going to go through every little tiny thing on this because it is slash based, but let's talk about the upgrades that they've gone to make this the Ultimate Edition. Now the most notable thing I think is that the motor and speed controller here are the 4S system that came in the JATO 4S. So this thing is going to be fast as heck. So it's got a really, really big motor system in this. Now to handle all that power, this is heavy duty, and the aluminum pieces on this are completely new, and the aluminum will fit, or does fit, the heavy duty drive shafts here. So these aluminum pieces will be available separately. They just announced them on this car first before coming out with them as individual pieces. But now you have the option to put aluminum pieces on any of your other heavy-duty kit Traxxas 10-scale vehicles. So that's really nice. Looking at the aluminum stuff more closely, we have GTR shocks here. These are the hard anodized gray shocks, and the aluminum pieces up here are the gray pieces as I'd mentioned on the gold edition. So the aluminum looks pretty much just like the aluminum stuff that you get on the regular 4x4 type models, or the regular 4x4 / Ultimate, but these now are fit for the thicker drive shafts, which is really nice. So previously, if you wanted to do aluminum caster blocks and hub carriers and whatnot on a heavy duty model, you would have to switch back from the heavy duty drive shafts to either the standard drive shafts, or you'd have to buy the 6851 and 6852R metal booted drive shafts. So it's really cool that they finally have updated their aluminum pieces to work with the new kit. The only thing personally I wish is if they had maybe like bearing spacers or something in here, so you could use the heavy duty aluminum pieces with the original drive shafts. So if you had, let's say, those metal $80 booted drive shafts, it'd be nice that you could use the new pieces rather than having to still use the old aluminum. So that's just a little design thing that I would like to have seen. But these are very nice. They look super cool with the gray color on here. Really nice. This also does have the Metal Gear servo. So this is the servo that comes in the Sledge, I believe. This is a Metal Gear high torque steering servo. So this is a nice little upgrade over the standard blue, plastic gear servos that Traxxas has in a lot of their models. So this thing should hold up pretty well for especially the size of these tires here. Since this was put on the Sledge, and Sledge tires are, they're going to be big. They're going to be 3 times the size that these licensed BF Goodrich tires are. I think it'll turn these perfectly fine. Flipping around to the back, we can see the aluminum pieces back here as well. So these are also the updated aluminum pieces, and our GTR shocks are back here as well. So that's really nice. It's subtle, but it's cool. And carrying on with the gray aluminum theme, they have the motor plate matches in color, as well as the hinge pin blocks down over here. So the hinge pin blocks at the end of your control arms here, these are great to match. So all the aluminum on this has been anodized to be the same color, so it's not like the motor plate's still blue or anything like that. So they really made sure that everything here matches very nicely. We do have, just like the old Raptor, we have our clipless battery tray, which is really nice. This will fit the the 7600, or it'll fit the the 3S 5000s or your 5000 4S like the Jado does. So really cool layout. Definitely more rear bias on weight, but that'll probably help in handling. I know with the original Raptor, granted they weren't quite as popular as, let's say, a /4x4, but these things definitely notably handled a lot better with the longer wheelbase. So these things are they're pretty cool. We have the same wheels and tires as the original Raptor. These are the licensed BFGs. They have a nice all-terrain tread pattern, just like you'd find on a real truck. So they look fantastic, and they work really well. You can also run any short course wheel and tire on this, although the diameter of this tire is a little bit higher than a short course wheel. So if you put on, let's say, a Pro Line in Street Fighter or something, it's going to be a little bit lower down. So you're going to have more wheel gap on the body. You'll lose a little bit of the ground clearance, but there are tire options out there, which is nice. But I think they definitely did a fantastic job building this into an Ultimate Edition. It also does come with lights, same lights that would have come on the original Raptor. So we have 2 lights here in the bumper, 2 lights, and then in the back we have our tail lights. If you buy the additional light kit for it, you'll get a different front bumper with a light bar that's going to go in the middle, right, a little dark, right in here, and you'll get the lights that'll go into the light buckets in the front. I think it would be nice if they put the full light kit on here, but it's not a very expensive upgrade to do, and it'll make it look a little bit of extra cool. Also note, like every other Traxxas model, this does come with the TQI radio, and it does have the Bluetooth module pre-installed, which is normally like a $40 upgrade. So that's pretty cool that that is in there. But overall, very cool truck. I think it's going to be awesome with this 4S system in it. For the guys who like to go crazy fast, this thing I think is going to fit that that crazy fast desire. Closer look at the aluminum shocks here. So that's everything that is new on the Traxxas Raptor R. This car looks great. It is $650, which I've heard a couple people say is a little bit too much. I get it. Your Jado 4x4 4S is in the 500s range. You have the same motor system as that. However, you're coming now with a whole bunch of aluminum rather than just the aluminum GTR shocks. So it's really quite decked out. If you were to take a regular Raptor R, if you had one of the original ones and put all the aluminum pieces and whatnot on this, you'd be way above the $650 price tag. So I think there's a lot of value here for what you get. It's heavy duty, it's aluminum, it looks great. You have a licensed Ford body, you have licensed Fox graphics. It's definitely very well put together. And although I'm not going to run it in this video today, I'm definitely looking forward to playing with this and getting some time behind the wheel. But thanks for watching the video. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. We're well on our way to 8,000 subscribers, which most of you know is the benchmark for YouTube channels. So if you can click that button, that would be fantastic. Or drop a comment. Let me know what you think of this. What do you think of the price? And the only thing I'll mention extra, just in case Traxxas or someone else watches this video, July 4th release date was kind of a funky thing, because July 4th is obviously quite a large holiday, at least here in America, if you're watching overseas. So pretty much every hobby shop that I know of is closed today. So it's released today, but you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to buy it. So that was a little weird, but hey, there's got to be a negative somewhere and everything. But go to your local hobby shop, check this out. It's really cool. I think you're going to love it. I'll see you guys in the next video.